Heyo people! I didn't do a patch video last time due to it being a relatively quiet patch, and also wanting to spend some time with my dear pup Stella before she went home. But this time we got stuff, and by that I mean free stuff. Last week we got 4 Costume of Choice vouchers that had a very nice selection of older costumes, and this week we got a nice goodie pack. Be careful of what character you open it on, as some of the stuff cannot go in shared. I think, for me, the main highlight is the 3 Link sprites, which is perfect timing because we have the halftime Links On event as well. If you're linking 3, that means you'll take about 4 hours and 10 minutes to do all 150 links. And if you use it late enough in the day and start linking the next morning, you can use 1 sprite to get 2 days of linking. As a reminder, if you have fluorescent beads in your inventory, it will auto-top up their energy to keep linking, but it will also interrupt you if you're using an AFK cube. Anyway, make sure to grab the present when you see it, because it will be removed from your cart the day before Halloween. As for the other quick benefits this patch, we have a 30% drop rate buff, which is specifically good if you want to farm low-level gold items for Eidolon wishes. We have the Navea Fish King up, again with Otohime fragment chances, and as a reminder, you can use any level 70 plus king bait for them. We have the world boss Eternia out and about, but she doesn't have the big conquest boxes, and she's very suffering to fight, so I think you can skip her. And the Mirabelle Solo Dungeon Quest experience buff. This is for the ones Mirabelle will give you directly, not from the board, for running solo dungeon instances. Now for events this patch. We have the Mid-Fall Fest in Acadia. They're developing a story here, and it was quite emotional in the summer, but if you're not interested, just skip over the cutscene for the goodies. The furniture you can get is archivable, and so are a few of the older costumes, but the new hat cannot be archived. Next up, Nightmare Lab is back this time, and the certificate up for grabs is an experience buff. Assuming it says the right thing. I might be too broke to fuse it to check if I get the same luck as last time. I'm just gonna try once later because I can't do it today. Anyway, either they made a mistake and it will be fixed shortly, or they intentionally used the old area version because this is not a 0 damage dungeon. Even in party mode, it was a cakewalk for me this time. Just keep in mind the fragments you need to make the certificate are only in the solo mode bags. And does it seem like I've been avoiding the big thing this whole time? 'Cause yeah, I have. Holy, I just cannot survive the new abyss! Ugh! Alright, time to face Hebe's music. Head on over to Helonia Coast's Whirlpool Abyss 2 and jump into the water to enter Hell. First 2 modes are fine. I can even beat them on Scrub without any preparation. And if you're not familiar, that's my low archive account cutie. But the third is, same as Infernal, a 0 damage dungeon. This time the 15-minute timer cannot be cheesed. You must at least spawn the last boss within the timer to get her. Once again, I'll post my full run as a separate video, but here's the key things I learned struggling through it. Obviously, you want as much ice damage as possible. Between triple strike and detail damage foods, some of the mobs are basic targets and some are elites, which you either don't have any or don't have much bonus detail for, which makes them tanky as Abyss. Lifesteal is only effective for me here because I have the bonus from Percival's skill, and I don't think I could do this on any other class because only my Whipmaster can keep up enough hits to constantly steal enough to survive, to the point that you can see my frame rate die from how many hits it takes to keep me alive. And even though I can beat them, every mob set will charge me when they spawn, and that was honestly a one-shot for me every time, so I can only make it through by triggering a Persephone immunity while gathering them up the first time. This was not an easy dungeon. Perhaps this is their answer to the all-offense building strategy that I, and most people normally use, but even in my gear, it's still doable with just a little help from the Queen of Immunity. As for what the weapons you can craft are, they're basically the same as the Kerberos ones, but with ice flavor. You can read these Wiz ones side by side here, but anyway, the only classes I could see you wanting an ice weapon would be Wiz or Nunchucks. And as a final note, it says you can challenge it once per day in the notes, but it has the same reset as Abysses normally do, 8 hours. So you can farm it up to 3 times a day if you're around. And that's all for this time. Check out how to get through the Abyss with big suffering on my Whipmaster. Should be uploaded at the same time. And also, someone asked me to do a tier list for the classes, but I gotta be real with you guys. I simply cannot mathematically test that myself, and I can't level them all up to the same point and test them in the same gear with equal weapons to check manually. Thus, I cannot make an objective power tier list. That being said, I offer you a Middays Vibes tier list of how enjoyable I find playing each class. Let me know if you're interested. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and catch you next time.